Hey guys, Kozan here, and welcome back to another episode here of Euro Truck Simulator 2. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this, as it usually is. Have a lot of topics to talk about today, so let's just get started right off the bat here. First off, I want to go ahead and change some gameplay options here. I want to turn down rain probability to about there. I do like driving in the rain, but I think we've had probably about enough of that for a little while, so let's turn that down to about there. So, and we might have a nice clear drive today. So let's go to the job market, get a quick job, and I believe we left off in Amsterdam. And I've already looked through some of these routes, and all of them, as you can see, go to somewhere in England. And I do want to go over to England sometime, but I don't want to do it yet. I don't know if I'm accustomed to driving and talking at the same time enough to drive on the opposite side of the road. But all these go to England except for this last one, which is, it pays the least amount per distance, and it's the lowest on the price per distance. But it's a pretty decent route as far as its length, and it goes to Germany, which we haven't driven much in. So I think we're going to take this one, and we're going to carry some straw bales, so that should be interesting as well. So we're going to go ahead and take that one, even though it's a little bit lower on the pay. Man, I have a lot to talk about today. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Alright, and it's raining. Wow. Let's go ahead and take a look at our load here. I guess we cannot see the straw bales. Okay, that's a little bit disappointing. That's what we're carrying, right? Yeah, straw bales. I guess they had to put them inside of the truck to keep them dry or something. That's really disappointing. I really wanted to see them. Alright, anyways. We're going to go ahead... Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Get onto the highway. Let's look at the map before we get too far into it to see if there's any place we need to stop at. We will stop off at Duisburg, just to discover it. Can I just... Yeah, okay. So yeah, we will take a little bit extra time to go into Duisburg just to discover it, so that way we can have that available for jobs, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know why I want to explore it, but I do. Alright, let's get back on the road. Alright, get the windshield wipers on, surprisingly. Did not think with turning down rain probability we would need the windshield wipers, but I guess we do. I forgot to back up the save file. Oops. Just realized that. My mission today is to not get a ticket for running the red light, because last episode I got a ticket for that, and it was kind of ridiculous because I didn't really run the light. I don't know. It thought I was going to. I was a little bit over the line, and it thought I was going to, so it gave me a ticket for it. Is that what it's called, running the red light? That's what I want to call it right now. If I was recording this earlier in the day, I'd probably would be calling it the right thing, if that's not it. Trying to think now. Is it just running a red light? I think it might be. That doesn't sound right, though. You know when you say something and it just doesn't sound right? That's what's going on right now. That really doesn't sound right. That's gonna drive me crazy, this whole recording session. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, we're gonna move on here. Lots and lots to talk about today. I've been incredibly busy the past few days with a bunch of YouTube stuff. I almost ran that red light. I got busy talking and I almost ran it. Anyways, I've been incredibly busy with a ton of YouTube stuff. Lots of Rust Bucket things coming out soon. As the day you're seeing this, the Rust Bucket recap should be coming out tomorrow, which should be Sunday if I'm planning this all out right. I'm recording this right now on Wednesday, so it might be different. My schedule might change a tad by the time you're seeing this, but Rust Bucket recap should be coming out tomorrow on Sunday on the Rust Bucket official channel, which I don't think it's linked in the description. I think it's linked on my featured channels page. Lots of cool stuff going out on there. Rust Bucket recap is the main thing. Also, we're going to have a surprise video. I don't know if I will have announced it by then, but we're going to have a surprise video coming out on there soon. It's also going to be coming out on my channel as well, though, so it won't be a Rust Bucket exclusive. Alright, we're going to try to go after this funky farm car. Oh, maybe not. Alright, we're just going to sit here and block this lane. Nope, that guy's not going to let me through. Okay. Is that bus waiting on me now? No, it's not. Okay. I hate these little interchanges here. They're so confusing. Oh, please hurry up before that car goes. Okay. Well, what was that red car just doing? It was just sitting in there in the middle of the road. And then it just continues on straight. What? Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's been incredibly busy with a bunch of YouTube stuff lately. I've been working on tons of Rust Bucket things. So many projects coming soon that I can't talk about, which really sucks. I've been doing a lot of real life stuff as well. Been busy with a ton of drama going on there, but it's nice to have YouTube as a big distraction from that, which is really cool. Yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and start talking about some of the topics that I have for today. It's funny because every time I do a Euro Truck episode, it's like a research project for me looking for topics. Last episode we talked about E3. I didn't really cover that very well. I didn't talk about hardly anything except for the EA conference. Sony really took the win on everything, though. I'm not going to talk about E3 that much, but I just want to mention it briefly. But I watched the Minecraft podcast where they talked about it, and it sounded like Sony really took the prize on winning E3, to say. They seemed to put out the most new IPs. They kept the crowd interested, did a lot of gameplay sort of stuff. Very, very interesting stuff coming out from them. Didn't watch any of it, but heard Minecraft talk about it, so I am officially an expert on the subject. Because that's what qualifies you to be an expert, is if you watch Minecraft's podcast on it. I think that's all I want to say about E3, though. Another thing that I wanted to mention was last episode, I don't think that I talked about the Orlando shooting that happened, as well as the shooting that happened that killed that one singer. I forget her name, but she was amazing, an amazing singer. I don't really want to talk about any of that kind of stuff here on the channel, just kind of for the future I want to say this. I don't ever really want to talk about that stuff on the channel, simply because I want this to be a way for everyone to escape just escape the world for a little bit and just be entertained, hopefully, for the time that you guys watch my videos. It's as short of a time as it is, just 30-40 minutes, but if you guys can just be entertained and just escape all of the world's problems for this short time that we have together, that's kind of the goal of the channel. And I don't really want to talk about the Orlando or the singer shootings. Should have written her name down. That's kind of disrespectful. I'm sorry. She was really good. I looked her up afterwards, and cause I hadn't heard of her before, and I looked her up afterwards, and she was really good. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about that stuff too much, just because I want the channel to be able to be used as an escape from everyday problems. And yeah, I did address it on Twitter, though, so if you guys want my opinions on stuff like this that's more controversial, I talk about that stuff a lot on Twitter, so you can hit me up on there. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about the Orlando shootings and all that kind of stuff. Basically, Google Trends kind of brought that up in my mind when I was making the outline for today's episode, because that's being searched up a lot. Another thing, probably the biggest thing for me personally that I wanted to talk about today, is the Russian athletes for the Rio 2016 Olympics have been banned. Russia has been banned from the 2016 Olympics. Absolutely, I was absolutely stoked when I saw that. Is that... I don't know. I probably shouldn't be saying that because I don't have a British accent. Anyways, I was absolutely just flabbergasted when I heard that Russia was banned from the Olympics. So basically, here's what went down. The IAAF, I'm reading my notes here, so if my driving sucks for a minute, excuse that. Actually, I might be having to slow down here. I should watch the road real quick. Is that a slow down sign up there? No, I saw the construction cones and I got nervous. Anyways, the IAAF, which is the International Association of Athletics Federation, it oversees the International Olympic Committee and basically tests all of their athletes for doping, making sure they're not using drugs and all that kind of stuff, making sure that the sport for the Olympics is clean and pure, right? Well, they caught some Russian athletes doping when they were testing them for the Rio Olympics, and at least I believe that's the story. I think they caught them when they were testing them for Rio, not when they were looking over them from London. So they caught them doping, and they basically came out and said that they banned Russia from competing in the 2016 Olympics, but with some pretty lenient caveats, I might add. They said that some track and field athletes will be able to compete if they pass the doping checks. The controversy here is that, first of all, they're able to compete at all, even though they are Russian citizens. That's one controversy. The other controversy is that they will be competing under a neutral flag, most likely. They will not be able to compete under a Russian flag. This is because Russia as a whole was banned from competing in the Rio 2016, so there wouldn't be a Russian flag for them to march under. Kind of a little bit controversial there. I'm just glad that Russia will be able to compete at all if they are not doping. Of course, if they are doping, then they should not be able to compete at all. But the athletes that aren't and that are actually being pure and playing the sport as it was intended to and not doing all this kind of crazy stuff, that's great that it was that they will most likely be able to compete. It does kind of stink that they will be under a neutral flag, though. So that's a bunch of stuff that's been going on with the Olympics. What else happened? They'll have to compete under a neutral flag. Russia also said that they will not be boycotting the Olympics. Now, this is actually kind of interesting because during, I believe it was around the time of World War II, World War I, that kind of time, Russia actually oh my gosh, what am I doing? I think I pressed the A key a little bit too long there, I'm sorry. But yes, in around World War II, World War I, Russia boycotted the Olympics. Now back then, of course, they were known as the USSR. When you try to make a history reference and then fail. But yes, the USSR back then, they boycotted the Olympics. I don't even know why, but they were the USSR. They did what they wanted, right? So they boycotted the Olympics, and it's interesting that now they are not boycotting the Olympics. So that's kind of cool to see. So even though they may not be competing under their own flag, they will not be boycotting the Olympics, which is really nice to see. Can we speed up here? We can speed up by 6 miles an hour, guys. Okay. Where are we on the map? I'm curious. We are almost at Duisburg. All right. I basically decide how much I want to delve into topics based on where we are on the map, so I wanted to check that out. Oh my gosh, what the crap is wrong with my camera? What in the world had happened? Okay. That was extremely strange. I'm sorry about that. So yes, Russia was banned from the Olympics. Some athletes still will be most likely able to compete under a neutral flag. So that's good to see. Next up in the news, I guess. I don't really know what it's in necessarily. But next up, something that I wanted to talk about was America's Got Talent. As most of you probably know, I love that show. If you've seen some of the previous episodes, you will know that. Absolutely love America's Got Talent. I've been watching the newest season of that as it comes out. I didn't see much of this past one. I was busy for most of the show, but I caught the trail end of it where a singer by the name of, let me see if I can get this right, Callista Bevier. I probably butchered her name. I'm sorry about that, but she is a cancer survivor, and a little bit of a spoiler alert here. She got Simon's golden buzzer. He basically was saying afterwards, like, how impressed he was with her, both of her story and of her performance in general. He felt kind of a connection. I think the whole audience did too. Such a connection to her with her singing. It was really remarkable. And if I remember her performance right, she didn't sing one of those songs that was like, super high pitched, like opera singer type of thing. It was a more normal song. I think she sang Fight Song by whoever that's by. Who is that by? I don't think it's by Tori Kelly. I think it's by someone else. It might be by Tori Kelly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up after this. But yeah, she sang Fight Song, which is really fitting because she's a cancer survivor, and it was really interesting to hear her story and to watch her sing, and it was really remarkable. You guys should check it out on YouTube if you have not seen that. Also, there were quite a few other interesting performers. Very, very special episode of America's Got Talent. We had a cancer survivor on there that I already mentioned, and a transgender performer that she was a comedian. She's absolutely hilarious. A little bit on the edgy side with her comics. It was really, really funny though, and it was also very inspiring to hear her story of being transgender and some of her struggles in the beginning. She didn't really talk about much of her struggles though. She mainly just outright said that she was transgender. So that was really cool to see, that how diverse and how I don't even know how to put it. Just how unique this episode was, really, just to see all these different kinds of people. And that was really interesting to see. I think that's all for America's Got Talent, though. We should be moving on from the auditions, I think. I could be wrong about that. I think I am wrong about that. They might... I don't know. We'll just have to see. Just ignore what I'm saying here. Yes, America's Got Talent. The Flash also, everybody. All of you superhero fans. The Flash Season 3 premiere has been announced. Is going to be on Tuesday, October 4th at 8 p.m. I'm guessing that's Eastern Time. The Flash Season 3 premiere. As everyone obviously expected. I mean, if they went with a different name, it would be ridiculous. The first episode will obviously be called Flashpoint. I mean, it would just be stupid if they named it something else. I mean, they'd just be absolutely retarded. Of course. I'm not a Flash fan, just FYI. Like I've tried to watch The Flash before for reasons, but if you know me from my other videos, you'll know why these reasons are. Hashtag Who's Your Zoey. But yeah, I tried to watch it. It really just was not my show, though. I couldn't get into it. I really tried, though. I gave it a good solid effort. I just couldn't give it. I just couldn't get into it that much. This terrain is really pretty. I just noticed that the terrain here is probably some of the best I've seen throughout this game, and I've driven all throughout like Europe before in previous saves. This is some of the prettiest terrain I've seen in this game. It's really, really well done. Where are we? Are we in Western Germany? Well, it doesn't have the countries on here, so that's great. But yes, I think we're in Western Germany. That's some really, really beautiful terrain. But yes, Flash Season 3 premiere Tuesday, October 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Episode is called Flashpoint. Hashtag Get Hyped. Am I right? I am right. And yeah, I really do not care. I just saw that when browsing Google Trends, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw that in there because pretty much every one of my friends is really into that show, and I'm not. But I saw that and I just kind of laughed and was like, sure, let's throw this in here. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the topics today. Lots of interesting stuff. Still can't believe the whole Olympics thing. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out in the few months that we have left until Rio. But we are, as I have mentioned, getting so close to Rio. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited for Rio. Oh my gosh. It's funny because I remember when I was a little bit younger, watching the Olympics and actually being conscious of what they were for the first time in my life. And the first ones that actually kind of knew what was going on was the Vancouver Winter Olympics. Oh my gosh, I love that. I remember just like sitting in our living room watching it with my dad, and it was winter obviously, so I was on break from school at the time, and we'd just sit down on the floor and just watch the luge, and oh my gosh, it was just so cool. I really, really enjoyed the Olympics, if you can't tell. I've tossed around the idea of broadcasting the Olympics on my own and then commentating over them. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but I have tossed that idea around. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not, but I have tossed around that idea. So pumped for that though. Just, oh my gosh. Beijing, or not Beijing. Yeah, Beijing. No, London was so amazing. I really hope that Rio does a good job with this. I am, as I've said before, I am very concerned though, because they really screwed up the World Cup. So hopefully they don't screw us over with the Olympics. Either way though, the Olympics in 2018 in Pyeongchang, they will be the Summer Olympics in South Korea. Those are going to be absolutely amazing. I could not be more excited for those. I'm more excited for those than I am for Rio, simply because they're the Winter Olympics, and I think they're in a better host country. As far as records with these kinds of events, I think they're more accustomed to hosting massive things like this. So that's going to be really cool to see. Let's see. Let's zoom out on our map here. That's not how you zoom out. How do you zoom out? Pressing all the keys here. Thought it would just be Z, but I guess I'm wrong. Now let's just look on the map here. See how far away we are. Because I've run out of topics, guys. I really wish I didn't have to do that. I wish I could just talk about stories from my past. But I don't have that many stories. I don't really have that, like, I don't have a super interesting life. Like, basically all of my stories, all what they would be, is just, like, sad Zoey drama. And you guys don't want, well, you probably do want to hear about that. But I don't know if I want to talk about that, because I think a few of the people I like, or, well, okay. Okay, wait. wait. That came out way different than I intended it to. Not a few of the people that I like. Someone that I liked in the past, and someone that I currently like. Not someone that oh my gosh, I'm making it sound like I like a ton of people. No, I currently like one person. And I think that person, they at least know about my YouTube channel. Don't know if they watch my videos, but I know that she has in the past. So, yeah, don't really want to talk about Zoey drama too much. I mean, then again, I guess she knows all of it, so it's not that big of a concern. I could spill everything. In fact, the crap did that guy stop for? Wait, why did that guy just stop in the middle of the road randomly? Did you guys see that truck? He just stopped, like, in the middle of the road. But yeah, now I'm tossing around the idea of actually spilling a ton of Zoey stuff. Definitely not gonna do it this episode. Maybe I'll do it next episode. Because I have lots and lots of stories I can tell you from my past. I can tell you guys about homecoming. I can tell you guys about pre-homecoming. I can tell you guys about post-homecoming. Oh my gosh. That's how I measure time when it comes to Zoey's. It's like, were you pre-homecoming or post-homecoming? Because pre-homecoming didn't really matter that much, let's be honest, right? I know I'm going a little bit off track here with the driving, but I need to turn right here so that way I can explore that question mark. Oh, is this guy going to let me go? Thank you so much, man. That's the quietest horn I've ever heard. I bet that's actually loud. Like, I bet that'd be loud in real life, but it's not very loud in the game. You know those horns on cars and trucks? Okay, not cars. Trucks and trains, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Those horns that are just like, you know, just like really loud. Those are so annoying. I always think of vacations when I think of those horns. I don't know why. I could just picture being in a hotel room. Like, on my way to an amusement park or something. Oh, man. Ooh, Renault's truck dealer has been discovered. I don't think I've ever seen Have I ever seen one of their trucks in the game? I don't know if I have. We might check out that dealership after the route here. But yeah, I could tell you guys a lot of Zoey information that you don't know. Because I think the last where I left off with Zoey stuff was I don't think I told you guys anything past Homecoming. Actually, I didn't tell you guys anything about Homecoming. Oh my gosh, you guys are so behind. You guys are 2 generations behind. I need to update you guys. And then send the link to a few people who will enjoy watching me talk about that. Ooh, I've got a Steam achievement. All is possible. I don't know what that's about. You guys couldn't see that, but popped up in the corner right here. Excellent job completed. We driv. Yeah, we drived 6. We drived. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm having like a mental breakdown or something. I drove 171 miles. I give up, guys. I just give up. I drove that many amount of miles. I took that long and I consumed that much. We made that much and got that much. Our green bar went up that much. Didn't level up. Alright, we now have 18,000 euros in the bank. That's a pretty decent amount here. Let's check out that dealership real quick. How do we do that again? Is it truck dealers right there? Renault. We discovered that. So let's go ahead and visit that. Wait, can we buy online? No, we can't. Let's visit the truck dealer. Yes. Oh, that's why I haven't seen many of their trucks, because they're ugly. Okay, that one's not bad, I guess. I do kind of like its more boxy design. Okay, this boxy design's kind of growing on me. Can I turn you around? I can. Fully? Oh, I can do a full 360. Oh my gosh. Does it reset your camera? No, it doesn't. Ooh, Route 66. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you have a Route 66 truck that is in Europe? That's kind of strange. I do kind of like it though. Is Renault like an American dealer? Because all of their things seem like European design. Well, no, I guess it's, or they seem like American designs, but I guess this does say 2010 European Team Champion. How good are their prices? Pretty much same as all the other ones. Alright, nothing too special there. Let's go ahead and leave. Do you really want to leave the truck dealer? Yes, yes I do. Let's see, let's go to the bank real quick, because I am curious how much we need for a truck. We would probably need about 80,000 in the bank to get a truck if we wanted to do this. Oh man, we're gonna need so much money. Yikes. Yikes. We could get a lower end truck and just do like a $50,000 one. We couldn't do it with just a 10,000. It'd have to be a 50. And if we can avoid this 100,000 one, that'd be good too. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave it off for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the topics I talked about. If you have any suggestions for topics in the next episode, leave them in the comments. And yeah, tell me if you want to hear about Zoey stories. It's going to be extremely awkward to talk about. I might see if Hippie wants to get in a call and tell them for me while I sit here and awkwardly drive. Anyways, tell me what you think about that in the comments below. Hopefully you have enjoyed as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.